What's the deal with the people, man? We about to get into a little story time. So, if I think back, the last time the planets were in the position that they were in, I believe it was '07. And then again in another year, but I don't know right now. Excuse me. But for the most part, we was in like '07 or some shit, '08. And around '07, '08, I was in Texas with my mom. Like, she moved us there. And if you want the whole shit, you could read the book. But and the book is available on YouTube for his only channel, the number 4SONLYCHANNEL. That's the channel. But self first is where I really describe everything. And so the last time in '08, '07, '08, I was in high school. And um you know, in '07, late '06, my mom had moved us to Fresno, Texas. And that's it would be the San Bernardino of Texas. You feel what I'm saying? Missouri City is like the outskirts of Houston. And so we out there, you feel me? In the beginning when we was out there, I was rebellious. I wasn't really with it. I was just trying to fight my way out. Even though there was nobody in Texas I could really run to, you feel me? Like, who can I run to? Nobody. You feel me? It was like that. So we up in Houston, in Fresno, and my mom found a house out there. We in the house and shit. We like excited as shit, cause we ain't never had a house by ourselves. We ain't never had some shit that we really owned. And thinking back, we didn't really own that shit. Like, we was paying that shit off just like the rest of everybody else. You feel what I'm saying? Back then, I didn't think, you had to make payments on shit. I just thought, like, you buy the shit and it's yours. Nah. So, we living out there. I'm rebellious, running away, talking back, doing all types of crazy shit. And so I get sent back to LA with my godmom. I'm with my godmom. I'm like, damn, this the best it's ever been. But my godmom started getting strict. And so it was like, this is not the best I ever been. This is just like my mama's. And I don't really fuck with this. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, I ain't really feeling none of this shit, even though I'm no older than 14 years old right now. You feel what I'm saying? And so I'm thinking, like, my friends, my homies got me. So I run and try and figure out who got me. Nobody got me either on the friendship side. So I'm like, whatever, bro. But this was about the craziest time I've ever had, bro. Like, from fights with my mom to not getting along with people to it's hard to make friends to all of that shit. But I don't know, like, I feel like with my life it's just different, bro. Like, when something is on, another thing is way off, and that shit is annoying as shit, bro. Like, if it could all be balanced, I wouldn't utter nothing out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? And probably I would, you know what I'm saying? I'm human, but I'm not superhuman. Actually, I am superhuman, but I'm not like human to the degree where it's like I just don't care about esoteric things. Anyways, I was going crazy during that time, and then I got sent back. Like I said, started going to school, and it wasn't like how I thought it was gonna be, and end up getting taken to my grandma's from my godmoms because I was bad. Feel what I'm saying? And I was disrespecting people. I wasn't on what I needed to be on. And so I get sent back to Cali. Then I get in trouble and I get sent back to my mom in Texas. And this time my mom is in Houston. The house foreclosed and I'm just like, whatever. And my mom ain't happy to see me, bro. She's not happy to see me. She like, nigga, I sent you to fucking LA for a reason. I sent you there so you don't have to come back on this bullshit. But I wasn't even more on the bullshit. The most I was on the bullshit was in Fresno when I was in 9th grade and shit. And then when I came back to Cali in 10th grade and went to Dorsey, I was like, I was in between. I was like, I'm going to do good. And then, my godmom wouldn't let me do something. I was like, you supposed to let me do this. I don't know what the fuck you think. And I was wrong, bro. I was wrong. I'm like still a kid trying to make executive decisions and shit. And it just wasn't working out. So I get sent back to my mom. She don't like what the fuck. Like she don't like who I am, and she don't like the fact that I'm back there with her. And so we there, and it's like we live in somebody's second house. You know what I'm saying? So somebody owned the main house, and then the other piece of house that's on the land, we live in that motherfucker. It was a 2-bedroom, and it was on the land of somebody else's house. I don't know what kind of house they had, but we was in the 2-bedroom, and I'm just there trying to find shit to do every day, bored. This was before, I want to say this was before I started smoking weed, before. And so me and my mom ain't on the best of terms, and it's just through the days, it's just mundane. It's routine. It's just like, yeah, this is where we living at now. This is what's happening now. And all throughout these times from, I want to say 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, I had a girl. I had a female that, it was cool, and so my mind wasn't really on the family issues and the problems that I'm having within my inner circle. And so I'm just going through the motions. It's nothing super big. When I came back to Cali, I was playing basketball. And that's what really just kept me out of trouble, what kept me from being bored, what kept me from, just doing stupid shit. And when I came back to Houston with my mom for the second time, I couldn't play basketball. Like, it was crazy. I don't know if they didn't have a basketball team, or I think they didn't have a basketball team. The high school that I was transferred to from LA, and I started the 10th grade back again in Houston because I couldn't finish because I was bad as fuck. But when I went back to Houston, got into that high school, there was no basketball team. So I was just really benched for the whole 10th grade year. And that's when I started really acting bad behind a female, though. I wasn't acting bad just because I'm bad. I was acting bad because I was following a female's footsteps. I was like, just pussymatized, bro. When I was young and I was dating a lot of females, I was really just pussymatized. I wasn't like, making sound decisions at that time. And so I was getting into more trouble, going to ISS, in school suspension. I was doing crazy, stealing shit from niggas. I was just doing dumb shit, drinking, fucking getting in programs and all types of shit, bro. Like, that was my craziest down year. You feel what I'm saying? And the nail in the coffin was when I got picked up by an actual security guard, and the nigga took me to the motherfucking station. It was a station. And crazy part about that station was that the nigga took me to the same place that my mom took me to for the mentor. It was a mentor program to help kids that was off track and shit. You feel what I'm saying? And my mom was not fucking with me, bro. Like, she was not feeling like, if she could really whoop me every day for no reason, she would have. You feel what I'm saying? It was that crazy. But the nigga took me to that place. It was a crazy thing, bro. And I didn't even notice till I left that was the same place that I went to for the mentorship program. So besides all that, my mom came to pick me up, and I straightened up, because she left me in there for a night. She was not coming to pick me up, bro. Niggas was calling her phone. I'm like, I'm in the place, nigga. I'm sitting down. I'm scared as shit. Like, what the fuck is gonna happen to me? I think I done really fucked up now. Bro, I'm giving them numbers to call. I gave her my mom number. She did not answer, bro. Did not answer. I'm like, the fuck am I gonna do? This is not it. This is not the time for her not to answer. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. So they call my grandma. My grandma, like, my grandma all the way in LA, bro. And I'm like, call my grandma. My grandma, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do 10,000 miles away, baby. I don't know. You feel me? I would try to call your mom, tell her where you at and shit. It didn't work, bro. I had to stay in that motherfucker for a night. And I was scared that my mama, she wasn't coming to get me. I was scared. And this place, crazy, bro. Like, it had the motherfucking brick walls, the brick painted walls, and the thin ass floor. So, like, you know how the motherfucking carpet is over the concrete, bro. So it's cold as shit in that motherfucker. So I'm like, and it's a cot, like a bed in the middle of the room, like, ain't shit in that motherfucker. So I'm like, damn, like, I gotta stay in this motherfucker for this whole time. I'm like, fuck. So I'm crying. I'm like, God, like, please help me. Just miserable in that motherfucker, bro. I asked a nigga for to change the channel. The nigga, it was a person that came up to me like, you hungry? Like, have you eaten or anything like that? I'm like, nah. And so right after the nigga asked me, I'm like, feeling like it's cool to ask questions. I'm like, it's cool to ask questions and this shit in this motherfucker, so let me ask a question. Like, can I change the channel? The nigga like, what you think this is? Niggas start laughing at me. I'm like, and back then I was naive. I was fucking sensitive to the touch, bro. Like, I'm just sad as shit after this nigga was like, hell nah, nigga, what the fuck you think this is? You think this is a free place? Like, you can do whatever you want? Hell no. Get your ass back in there. Nah, he didn't say that, but that's how I felt. You feel me? My mom come pick me up the next day, bro. The next morning. So I can't sleep the whole night. I managed to get a tiny piece of sleep. And when I wake up, I stick my head out the door. I'm like, did my mom call? They like, no. And I'm like, bro, my mom hates me. She doesn't fucking love me, bro. Cause she left me in this motherfucker. She ain't coming to get me. When they said no, I walked back in the room. bawling, bro. Crying down to my knees and my motherfucking shins, bro. My shins is on the goddamn floor, bro. I'm like, she ain't coming to get me. They like, if your mom don't come to get you before this certain time, we gonna keep you and we gonna, you feel me? You gonna be a foster kid out this motherfucker. I'm like, Mama, where you at? Please come and get me, bro. I didn't mean it. You feel me? Just fucking crying and shit. And then, like, I tell you, like, 16, 17 minutes after, them niggas come in there, like, your mom called, she on her way. I never been so happy in my life, bro. I never been so ecstatic. If fucking confetti and shit and fireworks could fucking pop out from where I was, that's how it would have been, bro. I got all my shit, put on all my, like, I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get up out of this motherfucker, you feel me? So I get all my shit. The lady, the night before, the lady that was calling the people that could come get me, she told me to take my shoestrings off and my shoes, put them in the locker, and my belt. She told me put them in the locker. And so when I woke up that morning, my mom said she was coming to get me. Got all my shit out. Like, they like, yeah, your mom here. You feel me? And a lot of me wants to say that she said, like, don't tell her I'm here. Don't tell her I'm coming. Like, just make her think that I ain't coming. You feel me? So, they tell me she coming. I get all my shit. I get my shoestrings, all that shit. And so, I walk back to where she is because she inside of the place. And I'm just cheesing, bro. I'm happy as shit. Like, damn, my mom really came to get me, bro. She really loved me. And when I walk in, my mom is fucking looking at me with a straight face. Like, nigga, you done did this shit again. And it wasn't again. It's just you keep on being bad, my nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you not using your brain or what out here? You feel me? And so, once I seen my mom's face, my smile turned to just straight, all right, she mean business. I ain't here to be lovey-dovey and shit. She ain't happy to see me and shit. Bro, after that, my whole fucking demeanor changed. My whole act changed. Like, nothing was the same after that, bro. I just felt in my heart, my mom is leaving. She gonna leave me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, once we was in the car headed home, she's like, you gonna fight over a girl that's not even good looking? You feel me? She laughing in my face like, you dumb as shit, nigga. She ain't say that, but it's like the way she was laughing in my face and just really talking to me. It's like, you a dumbass nigga. Like, I don't got too much faith in you for the future. Like, you just dumb as shit for that. So, I'm sitting in the back. I'm like, I gotta hear this shit. You feel me? So, I'm like, damn, bro. And so, she talking to me. And, like, we get to the house. And I made her late. Like, she was supposed to go to work on time that morning and all of that shit. And I made her late with all of that. So she had to come get me. She brought me back home and she like, if you run away, lock my door. You feel what I'm saying? My mama wasn't playing, bro. Cause in Fresno I ran away. And she like, I ain't doing that shit. So I'm like, bro, my mom came to get me and shit. So we get to the house. She like, if you leave, lock my door. I walk into the house. And I just start crying. Thanking God, like, oh my God, like, you gonna help me, like, thank you, like, bye, like, shit. And it was just crazy, bro. Like, I ain't have a phone at this time. I was using the mentorship program gave us phones, but it was only for emails. And it was only for emergencies, for when we needed to contact our mentor. You feel what I'm saying? But I found out that I could send text messages to the homies. I think it was text message. So yeah, I could send text messages to the homies and they could respond, but I could not respond back to them. So I was sending out all types of shit. Homies was like, "Damn, I thought you was gone, bro. Like, I thought, blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Damn, like, I'm really in there. Like, I'm never fucking getting in this position again." My mom, before we even walked out the place, she was like, "If you do this again, I'm leaving you here." Back up, back up. The lady that was in there talking to me and my mom, she was like, "If she does this again, we gonna keep her here. If she gets in this position again, like if the cops have to bring her to us again, we gonna keep her here." And as soon as the lady said that, my mom was like, "And I'm not coming to get you." I felt that in my heart. I felt that shit. I felt like my mom was being serious. Like, "I'm not coming to get your ass. Like, don't." And so after that, I fixed my whole act, bro. I'm like, hell no, let me straighten up. Let me get this right. Let me get that right. Like, I'll be damned if you gonna leave me somewhere where we both don't even know where the fuck we at. You feel me? I can't even get from point A to point B in this motherfucker without help. You feel what I'm saying? So that shit was dumb. But I changed my whole act, bro. I was not fucking around. The last few months that we was in Texas, the last few months that I had to finish the 10th grade, I wasn't playing, bro. I'm like, I'm going to all my classes. I'm getting my business done. I'm like, I'm not fucking with you females. I'm like, nah, bro. And so a little bit more down the line, like as I'm being good and I'm being cool, my mom tell me that she found my dad and my dad wants to meet me, bro. That was the biggest thing that could have happened in that moment, bro. Biggest thing. I hadn't known my dad for 16 years, bro. I hadn't known him for 16 years. So this point was super pivotal. It's like all this shit going bad, all this shit going tough, and then 180, your dad wanna meet you. I'm like, bro, I was so excited because when I was younger, in this whole 16 years, well, not in the whole 16 years because I was a baby, of course, but like 11 years or 12 or 10 or however much, I'm like blowing dandelions, bro. The little motherfuckers with the little furry white shit and it's like big and it's, you feel me? You know what dandelions look like, but not the flower, not the yellow flower, the little white shit where you blow it and all them bitches come off of that motherfucker, you feel me? I was doing that when I was young. I was like, I'm finna meet my dad. Blow that motherfucker, you feel me? But that was just full circle. That was just a full circle moment for me. It was just like, I'm about to really meet my dad, bro. I was ecstatic. If I could, bro, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you wait for a long time to get something, and then you finally get it. You gonna be excited, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And so I connect both of those. I connect that time with this time because it's not like I'm off my shit all the way. It's just I'm just a little. You feel me? I'm just like, I'm on the balance beam and I keep looking down for some reason. You feel what I'm saying? I keep looking like, damn. Like, what if I fall in this bitch? Instead of, the finish line is almost right there. You feel me? It was a crazy thing, bro. So, like I said, I equate this time that I'm in right now to that time. Because it was a whole bunch of bad shit happening, whole bunch of unpredictable shit happening based off of my choices, of course. But at the same time, something beautiful blossomed out that motherfucker. I'm like, I get to meet my dad, bro. Like, this shit, wow. You feel me? Like, I don't know. Anybody who could relate to that could relate to it. But I'm just saying that because we go through cycles of shit. We go through things where it's like, I don't know how I'm gonna get out this motherfucker, but if you keep going, some shit might pop off that you don't even know about. Some shit might pop off that just change your whole fucking life in 1 second. Me being able to meet my dad, it changed my whole shit, bro. It changed my whole shit. I'm like, I get to meet my dad? Like, what the fuck? And then on top of that, it was just some more crazy shit, bro. Like cool, cool, good, crazy shit that happened after that. Moved back to Cali, finished the 11th and 12th grade, graduated, all of that shit. Everything good that could happen, happened in that time. And so, I'm just like, think back to the time, because from October till now, I couldn't understand, like, what is it that I'm doing? How is it, like, what the fuck is going on that this shit is going on in my life right now? You feel what I'm saying? And it's just a learning curve. It's a growth halt. Like, the growth halt is when you just stop some shit and then you really gotta tighten up and really be like, all right, this is who I'm gonna be. This is that. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just crazy, bro. But I wanted to give that story time. Like, remember what happened to you back in that time, 07, 08. You feel me? And just really understand what happened, why that happened, and that the whole thing is a cycle. Your whole life is a cycle, but it's just choosing different. It's choosing something better. It's choosing something that's going to grow you. You feel what I'm saying? Shit don't happen in the same way. You feel me? I'm not gonna meet my dad like a second. You feel me? That's just logic. I'm not gonna meet my dad a second time and then just the whole thing just starts over. It's gonna be another scenario, another situation where it makes me feel like I've met my dad for the first time. You feel me? It's gonna be another situation, another scenario where I just change my life around and just be like, yeah, this is where I wanted to be the whole time. You feel what I'm saying? It's just those moments where you have and you don't know how you're going to get out of it. You don't know how to trust. You don't know how to just be like, yeah, this is happening because of the choices that I made. You feel what I'm saying? It's just a lot, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm grateful for everything that's happened in my life, everything that's coming forward just to happen. And I'm just like, thank you, because it needs to happen. It's like I wouldn't grow if this weren't to happen. I wouldn't have grown if I wasn't being bad and reckless and not listening and disrespectful. I wouldn't have grown. I would have just been a good ass kid and shit just, the same way. You feel? So I encourage you, just whatever time you going through, whatever time is just now, just embrace that shit. Understand the changes and heed the changes. Heed the fact that you gotta do something you gotta do something different in order to get different results. Can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. That said a lot. And a lot of this shit is easier said than done, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. A lot of this shit is easier said than done. But if you got the strength to keep on going, if you got the strength to be like, you can't get one over on me. I know that this thing is greater than this thing. and I'm about to make decisions off of that.